So let's set the scene real quick. The Houston Rockets just picked up their 51st win of the season, and they didn't do it with some 30-year-old battle-tested vet core either. Nah, this team is mostly kids, 23 and under, and somehow they've clawed their way up to the second best record in the West. And guess who might just be the most valuable player on that squad? Yep, Amen Thompson. That's right, a dude who was barely shaving when LeBron was winning rings is now anchoring one of the best teams in the league. That's insane. What makes this crazy is that no one really expected this timeline. I mean, Rockets fans were just hoping to be competitive this year, maybe sniff the play-in, and boom, now they're talking about home court advantage in the second round. And a huge part of that is Amen's leap. We're talking a second-year player who went from raw project to borderline star in like 8 months. And he's not just putting up hollow stats. Nah, this man is doing winning things, blocking shots, running the floor, playing actual grown man defense, creating offense. It's like watching a rookie My Player on 2K suddenly unlock all their badges halfway through the season and start cooking everyone. The best part? He's only 22. Like, bro, do you know how wild that is? When most players are still figuring out how to get through a screen, he's already reading defenses like a seasoned vet. There are legit analysts and insiders now whispering that Amen might end up being the best player on this roster long term. Better than Jalen Green, better than Jabari Smith. This ain't just a hot streak, it's a foundation. A blueprint for the future, and that's got the whole NBA watching, because the Rockets didn't just get good, they might have just unlocked a franchise guy. Alright, so let's talk numbers for a second, but hang with me because these ones are actually bananas. Since being inserted into the starting lineup, Amen's been dropping 16 plus points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and wait for it, over 3 stocks per game. Stocks meaning steals and blocks combined. That's elite level production from anyone, but for a second year guard, that's freaky. But let's not get too lost in the box score, because what Amen is doing goes way beyond numbers. He's playing like a grown man, and I don't mean that in a he's strong for his age way. I mean he's making the kinds of possession-winning plays that veteran coaches drool over. Dive on the floor for a loose ball? Check. Contest a 3 without fouling? Check. Lead the fast break, thread a needle pass in transition, and then sprint back to block the layup on the other end? Double check. And this dude ain't even close to his final form. That's the scariest part. Every week it feels like he's added something new. One week it's better footwork in the half court, next week it's tighter handles under pressure, then it's cleaner reads off pick and rolls. You can literally see the evolution happening in real time. Like, imagine if a Pokemon kept evolving. Every game it's kind of like that. He's going from role player to star right before our eyes. The best part, he's unselfish. He makes plays within the flow. He's not jacking up bad shots or hijacking the offense. He's doing what the game gives him, and that's a big reason why the Rockets are winning. You could drop his stats into a spreadsheet and be impressed, but the real believers are the ones watching the games and saying, oh yeah, this kid is different. Let's get into the alien level athleticism of Amen Thompson, because this part is just unreal. We already know the NBA is full of freaks, right? I mean, you've got Zion bulldozing through people like a human tank, Wemby pulling out 7'4" Euro steps like it's nothing, and Ja Morant defying gravity every other night. And still, somehow, Amen Thompson might be in a league of his own. We're talking top 1% of the top 1%, like those Olympic caliber genetics you can't teach. And here's the kicker, he's not just fast in a straight line, he's twitchy, he's reactive, he can change directions mid-air, mid-dribble, mid-anything. Ask Cade Cunningham. Cade literally said, they ain't like the rest of us. And he wasn't joking, these guys are different. Type of athletes who would dominate literally any sport they chose. If Amen wanted to be a track star, he'd probably be on an Olympic relay team. If he picked up a football, he'd be a Pro Bowl corner in 2 years. And the drama is, players know he's different. They try to act tough, but there's a hesitation when they see him switch onto them. That moment of, oh no, not this dude. Because you're not just dealing with athleticism, you're dealing with an athlete who's got elite defensive instincts, a crazy motor, and no fear. That's the recipe for nightmares, bro. You could be the most skilled guy on the court, and Amen will still find a way to make your life hell. You know it's real when the away crowd starts gasping at your highlights. That's exactly what Amen Thompson has been doing this season. He's turning road games into highlight reels, and not just for his fans, but for literally anyone who appreciates greatness. We're talking prime D-Wade chase down meets Giannis rim protection vibes. The kind of plays this guy makes just don't look normal. It's like the air bends around him when he jumps. His dunks feel supernatural, and his blocks feel premeditated, like he knows what's coming before the other guy even finishes his dribble. And when he goes full throttle in transition, man, it's like someone launched a missile. He just detonates at the rim. The kicker? He does it all with this calm, almost stoic demeanor. No yelling, no flexing, just cold-blooded execution. What makes it even scarier? You don't see it coming. He doesn't need to hype himself up. He just goes out and embarrasses you with quiet, terrifying consistency. And NBA Twitter, oh, they're eating it up. You've got highlight pages calling him the new age Russell Westbrook with defense, others throwing out prime D Rose comparisons, and some even whispering that he might end up being the most athletic guard in league history. Athleticism is one thing, right? But pair that with basketball IQ and relentless effort, and you've got something way more dangerous. That's where Amen separates from all the other freak athletes we've seen over the years. He's not just fast, he's smart, and he's locked in every single possession. Think about how rare that is. Most guys with this level of athleticism coast off talent. They take plays off, not Amen. He reads the floor like a seasoned vet. He doesn't chase highlight plays. He makes the right ones. Whether it's rotating early on defense, making that extra swing pass, or crashing the boards. Without sacrificing spacing, Amen's mind is always a step ahead. Coaches rave about it. Teammates feed off it. Opponents hate it. And the crazy part, he doesn't stop. Ever. He's diving for loose balls, wrestling for offensive boards, fighting over screens like it's game 7. He'll blow by his man for a dunk, then sprint the full length of the court to contest a corner 3. It's non-stop. This guy plays like he's trying to prove something every single minute, even when he's already the best athlete on the court. That mentality, that's what makes all the difference. Because you can teach shooting, you can teach footwork, but you can't teach this level of hunger. And when that hunger lives inside someone with Amen's physical gifts and mental sharpness, yeah, we're looking at a guy who's going to terrorize the league for the next decade. Now let's get into the petty drama, because this is the type of stuff that separates killers from role players. We're talking about the Tyler Herro revenge game. A couple months back, Tyler Herro had himself a night against the Rockets, torching them up and even physically tossing Amen to the ground. After the game, Herro had the audacity to talk trash, basically saying Amen got frustrated because he got cooked. That was the setup. That was the moment Amen circled the calendar and said, alright, bet. Fast forward to the rematch and you could feel it coming. From the opening tip, Amen was locked in like a hitman with a target. He wasn't just defending Herro, he was erasing him, held him to 3 of 11 shooting, forced 6 turnovers, and made him look like a G League call-up. But Amen wasn't done. On the other end, he took Herro off the dribble, drove straight through him, finished at the rim, and then just stared him down. No yelling, no flexing, just that cold-blooded I own you energy. That's villain mode. It's scary when an athlete has this kind of physical ability. Amen doesn't just rise to the moment, he hunts it. He remembers what you said, he remembers the plays where you embarrassed him, and when he comes back for blood, it's surgical. He was picking pockets, bodying switches, exploding in transition. It was a full-on domination clinic, and Herro was the patient. That's the kind of mentality you don't teach. That's not development, that's DNA. We're talking MJ light competitiveness, Kobe style chip on the shoulder. And when a player with those instincts gets fired up, you just stay out of the way. Herro learned that the hard way. And the league, they're learning now too. You give Amen Thompson a reason to take it personally, he'll end your night and maybe your whole month. We gotta talk about Amen's defense, because I'm telling you, this dude is already one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and it's not even close. And no, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not drinking rockets. Blade here, he's legit. Like, defensive player of the year potential legit. He's that good. And the wild part? It's not just athleticism. Yeah, he's got the tools. 6'7", wiry strong, absurd wingspan, lightning quick lateral movement. But what makes him truly dangerous is his brain, his time timing, surgical. His reads, film room genius. His ability to anticipate passes before they even happen. That's the part that's got NBA coaches losing sleep. It's like he's inside the ball handler's head. 1 second he's guarding, then switches on to Bam in the post, then back to Wiggins and jumps the passing lane like he's in a Marvel movie. In that game against Miami, 7 steals. Yeah, 7. Most dudes don't get 7 steals in a week. Amen did it in 48 minutes, and he made it look casual. You don't do that unless your defensive instincts are on another planet. And look, we know how the NBA works. Offensive stats get all the headlines. Triple doubles, 30-point games, cool. Defense, that's what wins rings. That's what separates the flashy from the franchise centerpiece. Amen's already proving he can be your primary defender on the best player, switch across 4 positions, and lock up without fouling. He's a system onto himself. This isn't hype. It's real. Coaches are building game plans around him. Opposing guards are checking to see if he's on the floor before they call for an ISO. That's the level we're talking about. And if you think this is the ceiling, think again. This kid's only getting smarter, stronger, and more diabolical on defense. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Yeah, he's a freak defender, but what about the offense? Oh, it's coming, and it's coming fast. Amen's offensive bag is growing like a 2K player that just unlocked 6 new badges in a week. We're seeing behind the back dribbles, hesitations, in and outs, and this nasty left to right cross that froze Bam Adebayo. You heard that right. Bam Adebayo, one of the best defenders in the league, got frozen like a cheap dinner entree. Amen's starting to cook dudes off the dribble like it's nothing. He's not just fast, he's surgical now. He'll set you up with a slow rhythm, lull you into thinking you've got him contained, then explode past you in half a second. And once he's at the rim, good luck. He's hanging in the air like Jordan, contorting mid-flight, finishing through. Contact like he's made of rubber and steel at the same time. He even bodied Kevin Love in a drop coverage. Like, we all love Kev, but that man got torched. Amen hit him with a quick hesitation, got downhill, absorbed the bump, and still got the finish. These aren't just athletic highlights. These are advanced reads and mature footwork. This is the kind of stuff that makes you go, oh yeah, he's got it. The scary part, he's doing this without a reliable jumper yet. Most of his buckets are coming through sheer force of will and IQ. And when he does pull up for a jumper, he's looking more fluid, more confident, more composed. The mechanics are tightening up, and the moment that shot becomes even decent, bro, he's gonna be unguardable. If there's one underrated part of Amen's game that nobody is talking about enough, it's this. He's an absolute menace on the offensive glass. I mean, just go watch him tangle with dudes like Jarrett Allen and come out with the ball like it was meant to be his. He doesn't just grab rebounds, he hunts them, he wrestles for them, he outmaneuvers bigs who outweigh him by 40 pounds. It's wild. And it's not just the rebound, it's what he does after. He keeps his toes in bounds like an NFL wide receiver and kicks it out for a perfect 3-pointer. He turns broken plays into highlight dunks or clutch assists. That's real impact. That's momentum shifting stuff. When your guard is creating second chance points like a center, people underestimate how rare this is. Guards don't do this. Guards don't live on the offensive boards. But Amen, he's made it part of his identity. He's crashing the glass like it owes him money, and every time he does, it's another possession, another demoralized defense, another chance to kill the vibe for the other team. This is the kind of grit that gets lost in highlight reels, but real hoop heads, they know. Coaches love this, teammates trust it, and opponents, they hate it. They hate knowing that even when they force a miss, they're not safe because amen. And he's coming down with it one way or another. Look, we gotta end with the elephant in the room. Everyone's wondering, what happens if Amen Thompson learns to shoot? What happens if that 3-point shot stops being a liability and starts becoming a weapon? I'll tell you what happens. It's over. It's a wrap. Right now, defenses are sagging off him, giving him that Ben Simmons treatment, basically saying, yeah, we'll live with the jumper. And sometimes it works, but more and more often it doesn't. Because Amen doesn't care. You give him that space and he'll eat it up with a full head of steam and wreck your backline. You take one step the wrong way and he's in the air finishing through contact. But recently, that jumper's looking decent. His release is smoother. His confidence is growing. He's stepping into shots with rhythm. And when they go in, the defense is suddenly lost because now you can't sag. Now you have to press up. And pressing up on Amen is like walking into traffic. He's just too fast, too strong, too slippery. If that shot becomes consistent, like even 33, 35% from deep, that's it. You can't guard him. He becomes a nightmare matchup who can blow past you, finish over you, body you, lock you up on the other end, and now stretch the floor too. That's superstar territory. That's all NBA upside. That's a franchise cornerstone with no holes. The Rockets might have struck gold here, and the league better start paying attention, because if Amen keeps trending like this, we might be witnessing the rise of one of the scariest two-way players the NBA's seen in years.